I like this vibe right now.
Me too.
I'm vibing.
Feels like I'm in a drone shot for a YouTube video.
I know. This is nice. I don't know how long this is. I'm just going to let it keep...
Just let it ride.
I'm just going to slowly fade it out a little. It's just like a little background music. Season 4, episode 30.
Episode 30. Dirty 30.
I feel like it's flying along.
Yeah, the season does seem to be moving right along.
This just keeps going. This is lovely. So yeah, we're back. I got more shit to fix on my boat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm over the music now. Guy from work brought his engine here last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I put it up on my stand. Very heavy. The stand did not care for it, so I ended up putting it back on the chain fall, so it didn't fall. Then, the weekend came and went, and Monday night, I was like, all right, this is stressing me the fuck out. This is just like looming on like shit I need to get done this week.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to fucking go out there and do it. So I texted him. I was like, I'm going to get this on your fucking boat today, and we're going to get power to it so we can trim it up and you can fucking go. Like, I'm not doing the install on this. This is a shit show. This is your shit show, not my shop shit show. Sorry. Yeah. We ain't that tight. Like, those of you that listen and that have been day one riders, there's a few of you that I've told, buy whatever boat you want, I will build it. I mean that. I'm not working on a stupid lake boat.
We don't do lake boats on this podcast.
If it's made by Four Winds or anyone in that realm, like I felt...
Chaparral, or whatever it is.
Or Robolo. No Robolos. None.
Really? Not even like a center console?
Nope. I don't like Robolo.
I'm made aware of that every single time we fucking pass one.
Yeah. Fuck that boat. Fucking gay looking boat.
Garrett is not opinionated.
No.
Whatsoever.
No. I like all boats. All boats are created equal.
Except for Robolo.
Except for Robolo.
They can go
Chaparral,
fuck themselves.
Scout.
Four Winds.
But, like, I literally had this conversation with this kid. Like, he's younger than I am. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, what am I supposed to do? Just get, like, a pontoon boat? I was like, well, you spend your time on the lake. You're not a bass fisherman. You're not a tournament bass fisherman. So you don't need a fucking goddamn glitter bombed fucking tin can.
Yeah.
I'm like, so, okay. He's like, I don't know if I can like become like a pontoon guy. And I was like, you have 2 kids.
Have you seen some of the sweet pontoon boats that are out there?
And that's what I was like, you got 2 kids. You say you want to have another. So what are you trying to prove on the lake by being not a pontoon guy? Are you trying to pick something up while you're out there with fucking 2 kids and a pregnant wife on the boat? No. Okay. So just realize, I mean, you drive a fucking Tesla, you fucking queer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What does he haul his boat with?
His wife has a Durango. He's also a Mopar guy, which is even worse. Yeah. You want to talk about opinionated? I got some fucking opinions on that fucker's life choices. Just about all of them are wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's that. So, anyways, The only redeeming quality of that boat, other than it was only 19 feet long, which is sweet, it also had a swing tongue trailer. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Those are really nice. I just am not paying that much money for a trailer that swings. I don't really need it to swing.
So is the jack behind the swinging part?
Yeah. Which, again, do some fucking maintenance on your shit so your jack works well. Like, that is the one thing I
fucking hate when trailer jacks don't work. Hate it.
Yeah. So I got smart. So it went down decently because it's got the weight of the boat.
Yeah.
And also, because of like where the trailer swings, you end up now your jack, instead of like having leverage being further away from the wheels, you're actually closer to the wheels. So it requires more force.
Yeah.
That's just physics. And you're also like underneath the boat, kind of. It's in an awkward, stupid position. So I would have a trailer jack that works very, very, very fucking well.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So I got it down onto my truck fine. But then when I backed it in the shop, I couldn't get it off my truck, and it was annoying me. So I went over and got my floor jack and just jacked the fucking trailer up off my truck. And then I could just like spin it down without any force on it. That worked. And then when he got there, he's like, "Man, how'd you get it up so high?" He's like, "This thing's a bitch to jack up." I was like, "Yeah, I used a fucking floor jack like a genius."
Like a big genius.
Because your goddamn fucking stupid jack on your trailer is fucked.
I cannot fucking stand when trailer jacks don't work. Or when it's not the right jack for the trailer, and it's like when it's up all the way, or the hitch is it like...
There's a lot of things that drive me nuts. Like, I will admit, I'm pretty anal when it comes to trailers. I don't like it when my lights don't work. And it has nothing to do with, like, I just want my shit to work.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts.
I mean, like you, I have a lot of experience with landscape trailers.
You got a lot of history with wiring trailers, too.
Once. And that was the last time. If it's anything more than a light bulb, it's coming to Garrett's house. Or I'm just going to run it down the road without lights. But
I will fix if anyone wants trailer work done, hit me up. I actually love doing it.
I could back up a trailer well. Like, it doesn't bother me to run. I will fucking drive a trailer from here to California. It doesn't bother me to drive with one.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate when, like, I don't know, when they're just not set up right.
Yeah.
I've used some shitty trailers. So.
Yeah, like, I keep my trailers pretty well. Like, I take my jack apart and grease it and lube it.
Yeah.
Like,
Mike's put all electric jacks on his enclosed trailers.
Yeah.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Like, just...
I mean,
press a button.
That's lazy as fuck.
But it's fucking nice. If you get a trailer full of snowmobiles that you don't want to have to fucking hand crank. And a lot of the enclosed trailers are actually coming with them now. A lot of the campers are, because most of those people are fucking...
I would just like to see way more jacks that just have the option to remove the handle and put a drill on it.
Right. So speaking of jacks, I was at a Exmark training a couple years ago. And some of the Exmark mowers have this, I'll call it a yoke on the front of the mower.
Yeah.
That you could stick a jack in and then crank up the mower to get underneath it to do the blades. Great idea. So we're checking, they put this new style deck on one of these mowers and they're showing us it. So they put the jack in and he was like, "Oh, I gotta go get the drill." I was like, why isn't that a fucking option from the factory? Like, why doesn't that accessory come on those jacks?
Yeah.
You know how many people would buy those if it just had the drill adapter?
Yeah.
Because most people that have a zero turn have a fucking impact drill.
Yeah.
Like, I could sell 30 of those.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but we just took the handles off and did it." I was like, "You should market that." Like,
Yeah.
you'd sell them. And the jack is $100 and you still got to hand crank it. Like,
I ain't about that life.
right? So,
You know what? Maybe that's our $1 million idea. We're gonna go. We'll do a market research. Copyright. We're copywriting this idea.
all right.
So we're gonna do market research. Figure out what the most common style jack handles are. Then we figure out how to adapt those to drill driven. And then we make adapters. And then you sell adapters for $12.99.
Like,
13
just go on any jack.
that you can retrofit your jack.
I like it. So just saying copyright makes something.
No, I don't think it does, but it's a really good idea we just came up with.
Yeah. We'll edit that out.
Because, yeah, all that editing. I don't want to say much to gloat, but we've survived 2 of my wife's podcasts now.
And she edited.
Yeah, that's a whole.
At one point, she asked me advice on her podcast.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. What's your editing abilities? Well, now that Anchor is
Download.
taking it all away, I just hit upload and post. And barely remember what we talk about on an episode, so
Yeah.
writing the title and description is a real treat most of the time.
I was talking to a guy today that listens to the podcast, and he was like, "Remember that episode?" I was like, "No,
Nope.
no, I don't." I was like, I immediately forget
Yeah.
everything we're talking about immediately after.
Oh, buddy.
I know, I saw that. I wish we had an Academy Sports around here.
Sheesh.
Take my money.
Heck.
So we fished with Aaron.
We
on
fished Sunday.
with the Maine fly guide.
The Rangeley Fly Guide.
Rangeley fly guide. Sorry, not the Maine fly guide. That's another dude. So don't call me gay for this.
Gonna.
Probably. But so what was your rose, bud, and your thorn of the trip?
What the fuck kind of fucking... What the fuck... You got to lay out what those 3 things are.
I will.
Because the rose is all of the bud and thorn. Because the rose is the entire fucking thing.
So
the whole trip was the rose.
So the rose is the best part. The bud, the part you could grow on, is it the bud turns into the rose, and then the thorn is the part you least enjoyed.
What the fuck? Where the fuck did this come from?
I heard Mandy talking about it one time, and it just popped in my head on the way over here. And I was like, you know what? I feel like completely getting eviscerated by Garrett.
I feel like making an asshole of myself.
So there it is.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to do some content here. So Rose was, like I said, the trip. Anytime with a couple sweet dudes fishing
On the water is a good time.
on the water is always a good time. At Humac. We're almost there. The bud is watching you get split in half. I could just grow on that a little bit more.
It's like getting split in half, and then my fucking grundle started to hurt.
The thorn of it. I don't know. I didn't really have any bad
We had a great time.
parts of it.
It would have been awesome if we could have caught more smallmouth. But
Yeah.
it was still fun fishing a new piece of water, watching you catch smallmouth, catching chubs, seeing the eagle. Like
Feeding the eagle was pretty dope.
yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was a good little, like, I mean, I don't think the weather and the pressure system played a great hand in helping us in that day. It was cool just to go down that river. Like, it's a shit river when you think about it in Maine.
Yeah.
Just like that name of the Andro. But like up there, it's still beautiful up there.
It was really pretty scenery around.
Like, and it's not. I think the only dam above that is the one that's on the New Hampshire side.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's just a power dam. Like, it's not like.
I was like I said on Sunday, I was surprised at actually how big that river was. I had it in my head that it was going to be smaller. Not much smaller, but like
No, because I mean, have you been down and fished in Gilead with me?
not with you. I've driven by it, but
Because I mean, it's fucking huge there. Like when you if you drive over just like where like the boat ramp is there in Gilead, that's fucking huge. It's super wide, but it's also like very odd in. Like, you see something that's that big, and, like, I don't know, my brain goes to, like, ocean rivers.
yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, that's got to be super deep. And, like, realistically, you can almost walk across that entire fucking river.
Yeah, the majority of that river, you could see the bottom end all the way across.
Yeah. There was a few spots, like, that definitely got deep. Like, where that eagle was, that was deep
That
there.
was really deep.
But I don't know. I don't know why my brain, every time I see water, I'm just like, holy fuck, that's got to be super deep. And then it's like, oh, actually, it's like 4 feet, the entire fucking thing.
Yeah.
You're like, huh.
I got a good picture of that eagle. I meant to send you.
I just posted a great picture. It's pretty funny.
Right now?
Yep. I didn't send it to anybody. It was the one,
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
It was the one picture I took while we were up there. No, I took a picture of a chub too. I take that back. Yeah, so a lot of chubs, lots of chubs.
Yeah. It was
It was chub heavy day.
yeah.
The Rangeley Chub Master.
Good for working on your hook set.
Yeah, and you know what was nice too is like you don't feel like. Well, the thing that pisses me off is like there was like 2 fish that I know I missed.
Yeah.
When I was fishing, a sinking line, and I'm like, those were fucking smallies. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, that one I lost was definitely something that wasn't a chub. Like,
Yeah.
I could just tell when I.
But it was a good
Yeah.
good
It's fun.
Sunday. Good lunch afterward. Well, actually,
You
not
know,
really.
that was going to be my thorn.
Yeah, the food
like-
kind of sucked.
I wasn't. I mean, the atmosphere was. I like. It was
I like the spot,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't have strayed from what I normally just get up there because I know it's good, or it was the last time I had it.
that chicken sandwich. I should have gotten a burger. I was going back and forth, and I went with the chicken sandwich. And
Yeah, there wasn't anything to that chicken sandwich other than fried chicken.
yeah, and it was frozen chicken breast, like fried chicken breast. It wasn't battered and fried there.
Yeah.
The bacon was not worth the $4 extra I paid. You paid for it.
Yeah, they had some wild prices on some things there.
Yeah, like the
Like a side Caesar salad was $7.
which basically a side Caesar salad at a restaurant is lettuce with Caesar dressing and some fucking croutons.
Yeah.
Right? There's not much more to it than that.
No.
Maybe some Parmesan cheese.
Like I'd do it for $2.
Yeah.
As an upcharge to not have my fries. Fries were good actually.
How much did Aaron Aaron got a Caesar salad with shrimp on it and it was like $12.
5 pieces of shrimp for $12. That's quite the price per pound fucking.
Right. But either way, it was fun. It was a good day. I like floating the raft.
I was happier with my cranberry chicken walnut salad that I bought at the Red Lantern or the Rusty Lantern.
Rusty Lantern that morning.
Yep, and I had it for lunch on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, that was solid.
The breakfast sandwich wasn't bad from there that I had.
Yeah, because you ate yours before we got on the
got
water.
in the truck.
Yeah.
Aaron
ate his at like
later.
10:30 in the morning. He's like, this doesn't taste great. It's like, well,
No shit.
yeah.
You took something that was probably cooked at 6 under a warmer for an hour and then ate it.
Chilled it.
And cooled it off.
Weird. It tasted like shit.
When I got home that night, I was sitting in my recliner and I you know how after you're on the boat for like all day long, you get off and you can feel like it still feels like you're rocking a little bit.
Yeah.
It felt like that for me. It felt like I was bouncing up and down in the raft.
I didn't even really notice the raft moving until like I'd be standing up and then I was just trying to rotate around, figuring out which way you were fishing.
Yeah.
So I could go the opposite way. And then every now and then you and Aaron somehow moved together all the time. And the whole raft would move and I'd be like, Jesus fuck.
That raft is stable, but if it gets
it's stable
one way
until two guys move.
Exactly. One of them being of the larger capacity.
Yeah, I think Aaron could have probably just run around on the side of the raft and we wouldn't have moved it. But
He got his arm workout.
Oh, Timmy Moore just posted a 2001 sea hunt. Huh.
Is that Cuddy?
Yeah. Huh. That's what I have notifications on for. That's all I have on Facebook Marketplace. I just follow Tim, and I have 0 friends. It's awesome. George is allegedly talking to people for boats.
Still?
Yep.
Those poor people.
He actually might stop. So he goes to me. He goes, so I was thinking about calling, because one of the boats he's looking at is in South Portland it's at Port Harbor.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was going to call them and see if they have availability. And I was like, George, you're in the driver's seat here. You call them and say, hey, I'm coming through on Friday afternoon between 1 and 3. I want to look at this boat. Thanks. You don't just, is it okay if I come and look at it? No.
Yeah, exactly. I would be like, I want to come look at this boat.
Yeah, I'm coming to look at this boat now. Okay. Thanks, dude. What day did we go out on the boat with the kids? Was it Saturday? It was Saturday. So Saturday, my oldest daughter gets dropped off for a birthday party. 9:00 in the morning. So I'm expecting, and they were going up to Funtown Splashtown. Which, if
You want to go?
if I could avoid that place as a parent, I think I'll be doing all right. Like, I feel bad throwing down the gauntlet of, like, never wanting to go to Disney, but I never want to go to Disney either. It's just too much. And, like...
Mandy said that one time. She's like, would you ever go to Disney? I was like, I'll go to Florida with you. If you can go to Disney, I'm going to Mosquito Lagoon.
I mean, I'm sorry, but, like... Don't take this the wrong way, but if you're over the age of 18 and going to Disney for yourself...
And she meant when we have kids.
I understand, but there's a lot of people that don't.
Yeah, I know some grown-ass adults, like way more than me, that have gone to Disney so much. Now they have, like, side businesses where they...
Like, plan Disney trips for other people. Yeah. Those people need something in their life. Need a hobby.
Like fly fishing.
Yeah. Fuck it. Even spin fishing.
Yeah.
Fucking Disney, though? Yeah, there's a guy at work that is, like, much older than me. Like, at retirement age. And, like, he and his wife don't have any kids. They go to Disney. They're like Disney fucking Mickey Mouse Gold Club members. I'm like, what?
I remember going as a kid and it was fun. Like, I went back when I was 18, but we didn't go to Disney. We went to like Universal.
It's all that. When I say going to Disney, that means all of it. SeaWorld included. Which now they don't have the killer whales, so why the fuck do we go?
I did get to see the Shamu show when I went to SeaWorld. Which that was pretty cool. Set in the splash zone.
Why not?
Yeah.
Might as well get a little whale semen on you.
I mean, allegedly that was like horrible for the whale.
Is it, though?
I don't know.
I mean...
everybody, like, when there was that documentary that came out, I think it was called Blackfish or something like that, and it showed how they were treated.
Never watched it.
How they were treated in captivity, and, you know, what they, like, the stress and stuff that a killer whale goes through in captivity. But until that came out, it never stopped anybody from forking over $400 a pop to go to SeaWorld and sit and watch Shamu dangle his willy at some fucking...
Yeah. For a couple fucking herring.
Right?
I just think about, like, how much fish do you think they have to have there to feed them fucking... Like, you think of, like, remember Tiger King?
Yeah.
That fucking global sensation. And them talking about how much meat they had to bring in for all the tigers to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a whale's way bigger than a tiger.
Right.
That's got to eat way more fish.
Yeah. And
like,
at times, they had like 2 or 3 of them there.
Yeah.
You know?
What are you doing? Bringing in dump trucks of fucking fish?
Let's just be hauling in frozen bait. Frozen fish. Probably taking like and I'm sure they're feeding them straight chum sometimes too. They're not just giving them buckets of fresh fish all the time.
Yeah.
You know? So I can see where it would be like captivity. You just look at the amount of fish that humpback whale is eating.
Yeah.
Like those pogies.
Yeah.
Like
fucking swallowing probably 50.
Killer whales eat seals.
Yeah.
Like and shit. Like they don't.
Did you see that? Or did we talk about this? Where over in like Africa or whatever, they were attacking sailboats because a sailboat ran into one of them, and they're smart enough to figure out that it was the sailboat that injured their friend. So now they're attacking sailboats.
And also,
I'm 100% on board with this. By the way,
we should use them to like attack
seals. Stop eating stripers.
Or like start training these killer whales to, like,
Somali pirates.
yeah, like that, and like covert op missions for getting, I don't know, let's try to do something cool.
Instead of dolphins with laser beams like Dr. Evil,
Yeah,
you're going to go killer whales with
strap a cruise missile to their back.
50 cows.
Yeah, just be like, go there. We'll remote control this. Whale doesn't get hurt. Just, say hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
It's a 20,000-pound killer whale. Fucking free willy.
It is pretty funny to watch them fucking knock seals into the air.
Yeah.
That looks like so much fun to them.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they're having a blast. It's like they're playing fucking...
It's the equivalent of us tossing a fucking cheese it up, catching it.
Yeah.
When they toss one up, catch it in their mouth, they're like, oh, man.
Oh,
I
sweet.
did it.
He did like 17 flips.
It only took me 12 tries. I finally did it.
Yeah.
I need to ask Leah at some point. Somebody told me that seals' mouths are like massive disease carriers.
She's not going to know that.
Well, out of the three of us, she's the one that should.
Well, yeah, no shit. But I ask her stuff about fucking fish all the time, and she's like, I don't know.
She's pretty much George Costanza, just pretending to be a marine biologist.
They do have common seal mouth rot project that's going on. There's a seal fingered disease. They have mycoplasma bacteria which live in the mouth of sea mammals.
Which that could be a whale too.
Rare infection sometimes called seal finger. 2009 published case report. Exposure via a cut in the skin can often result in cellulitis or soft tissue infection, and untreated severe infections can lead to loss of fingers or limbs. So, I mean, maybe don't stick your fingies in the seal's mouth.
I don't remember touching any seals.
I wouldn't hate to see seals get hunted again.
There's a lot of lobstermen that share that.
There's a lot of striper advocates that would benefit from
I wonder
that.
what a seal would taste like.
Let's see if Google knows. What do seals taste like? You can hunt them in Canada.
Really?
Yep.
Canada's lawless.
Seal meat is a wild game meat that some say tastes like a mix of gamey and fishy flavors, with a texture similar to veal or duck. Some say it tastes like beef.
Really?
Other comparing it to the loin to moose and the veal to beef. Some also say it has an iodine taste, which tastes like ahi tuna mixed with moose or beef steak with a hint of liver. Seal meat is very lean and low in fat, but high in iron. It's also dark red in color due to its myoglobin. Some say that if prepared properly, seal meat can be delicious and has no fishy taste, and can be compared to beef filet mignon. We need to start fucking shooting seals.
Be like whack-a-mole.
I mean, it really would. Would like they are cute, but when they have a striper in their mouth, they're not really cute. How do you like your seal meat with bacon, lettuce, and tomato on 3 pieces of white toast? It's a seal club.
The only thing that, I mean, a Labrador puppy, like you take the ears off of them, they look like a seal.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of tough.
Huh. Well, apparently, there's places you can eat it. Apparently, the Alaskans eat it. Because that's like
Well, I know like Native American,
part of their native.
like
Yeah.
Eskimos can some of them can still harvest whales.
Yeah. Yeah, we just hire the Japanese to come over here and take care of
The seal
our
problem.
seal problem. They can't eat stripers while they're here. They can't fish. I almost said something really bad and I'm stopping. They don't get to fish for our stripers and eat them. And I just think of that fucking reel.
Yeah, we'll leave that one alone.
Yeah. But I still maintain nature is its own best and worst enemy.
Yep. See what the state of New Hampshire's doing?
Yep. No fucking context to that, so no, not a fucking clue what the state of New Hampshire
about fly fishing.
Oh,
They're proposing turning a lot of the waters in northern New Hampshire
yeah.
that are fly fishing only to artificial lure only.
Yeah. No, I disagree with that.
Leave it the way it is.
Like, and my only question to that would be, okay, is the water recovered more than when we made it fly fishing only?
Yeah.
Like, is it back to where it was? No. Okay, then why are you going to put more pressure on it?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason you did this. And I'm even fine if they say, okay, well then, in order to get it back up there, and then we'll reopen it to fly fishing and see how those numbers look, we're going to close them for 2 years.
Yeah.
And allow the stock to
rebuild,
do what it does. And if it doesn't recover and rebuild, then fine, fucking do whatever you want. If it does, and if it's, even bigger, sure, open it up.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I do think about that sometimes. If you were just to, so sort of like a farmer does with his crops, right? You rotate fields. If you were to say, next year, no one can fish East Outlet. It's closed. I really wonder what that would do to the fishery. And I mean, is it even enough time to make it worth it? Probably. But like, if you rotated around lakes and ponds and said no fishing once every 10 years, I wonder what it would do.
It'd definitely be interesting to see.
Because, like, if anything, in the past 4 years, there's been more pressure than before. Like, with COVID and the amount of people that started fishing and, had the time to fish because they were working from home and didn't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. But what if we were to say, all right, fucking the Kennebago is closed along with all its bodies of water. We're closing fucking Moose Look to fucking fishing.
Yeah.
For a year. See what it does. I think that'd be super interesting.
Yep. They never do it, though.
No.
Not a chance.
But, I mean, there are so many opportunities and there's so many places to go in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, what are you losing by doing it? Oh, for fuck's sakes. They need to go back to school. Good God. We are fucking 4 days away. Ugh. Cannot wait. But I mean, even same thing, like at this point, close stripers for a year.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Put a moratorium on them.
See what it does. It would answer a lot of questions, I think, or it would make more questions. Because if your biologists... See, the problem is, and the reason why this would never work, is because, like you probably... Did you just get an email for a survey from Maine IFNW?
Yeah.
It's like you're one of... We expect fucking something like 55,000 results or some shit. I read it today, and I was just like...
I deleted it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not doing your job. I pay you to do a job, and it's not just to poll people. It's to go out there and fucking get your asses in the field. And that's kind of where I'm going, is like, they rely on so much data from fishermen for what they do. Mm-hmm. If you were to say, okay, we're not fishing next year, what would they do? Would they actually have to go out and, like, count fish? Huh.
You don't want me counting your fish. I don't catch them.
Yeah. But that's the thing, and like that's the inherent error that is put into that type of plan.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I mean, we've said it before, and I'll bring it up again. Where it's the deer hunter analogy, right? You've got guys that deer hunt that will go shoot their rifle once, twice before the season. They already know where they're going. They haven't gone out and looked. They're just gonna... Fucking guy that parks across the street does it every year. I'm gonna walk out, sit in the same piece of property in the same spot, see what happens. So if you're asking that person how his hunting season went, and then you're going to now base that off of... Now you're going to change what your regulations are based on that guy.
Yeah.
Or 100 of that guy. You don't know what you're getting from, like... Because, so...
You're not basing it off the guy like...
You're not basing it off... Exactly.
Who hunts 100 days a year, or every day possibly, 50, 60 days a year.
Yeah.
And does off-season scouting with, like, taking his own inventory of deer in the areas that he hunts.
Correct.
And stuff like that. Yeah. You're not basing it off the same data pool.
Like, I would rather they don't ask rec anglers anything and just ask charter captains.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there's some charter captains out there that suck, but you at least have more of a chance of having people that are on the water, that are willing to move, that are forced to move to go find fish, and can give you a more realistic, like, how many days were you on the water? Like, if you ask that and the guy's like, okay, well, I'm on the water 30 days. So that's twice a week for 15 weeks. That's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
But, like, what kind of sample size is that? And what does your day look like? Is that 15 hours on the water?
Yeah.
Is it 2 hours? Is it 6 hours? Is it? There's just... I don't trust the way in which the research is being done. And that's my own personal problem, and it's probably never going to change. And it's really my mistrust coming from, like, the duck hunting and then like how they do that, which is the biggest crock of shit. And I feel like that's what, because the only thing you hear from fucking Maine IF&W or any of the only people that are out there that are like trying to put like good numbers out there are the private entities like Saltwater Guides Association, ASGA, the foundations that are like, look, we will give you the numbers, because the people that are making the fucking rules aren't going out and doing their own research, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Apparently Blackfish was pretty bad.
I've never actually seen it.
Me either. I've never watched it. But I mean, like, again, what kind of lens were they trying to paint?
Yeah.
Obviously not one that was like, hey, let's go look. Oh, James just had a trip open up.
For Albies, right?
Yep. September 3rd with the Maine Striper Guide.
Maybe that's what Mandy wants to do for her anniversary.
Hey, you never know.
Go Albie fishing.
Go Albie fishing down on Cape Cod. Hey, honey, you want to go to Cape Cod for our anniversary? Sure. I won't be around, but I mean, you're welcome to come out on the boat.
I was talking to her about September fishing the other day. And like, I plan on going to Rangeley the 8th and the 22nd.
Yeah.
Whether I go up Saturday night and stay somewhere, or I leave fucking ass crack it on Sunday morning. Like, I'm going to fish the Mag or that other spot. And she was like, am I invited? I was like, you can come, but it's going to be a lot of truck time.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not.
Bring a book.
Yeah. So we'll see if she comes or not. And I'm also bringing that up to let you know as well. Like, if it works out in your schedule.
Probably not. My schedule's fucked. I'm fucked.
Because of soccer.
Yeah.
And Ian George, anybody.
We should do a big old meetup. Next year. Next year's the year. Next year, I am not coaching anything. I've decided. I might coach Corinna.
I think next year, I think that would be good for Corinna.
I'm coaching her this year, so we'll see how it goes.
But
honestly, that child thrives when she's alone.
Really?
Like, she does great at school. She's independent. She's confident. She's great. She's just a little mama's girl that needs to be fucking divorced from her for a little while. But we picked her up some new boots for soccer today.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Is she excited for soccer?
She is. Especially now that she's got new cleats. So that'll be good. That starts Wednesday.
Yeah, so next week we'll be recording a little bit later.
A little later. More of an evening podcast.
Look at if you look at outside right now.
Dude, I'm fucking going to work. It's dark in the morning. I got headlights on again. Like, this is terrible. I don't like this.
I mean, I like the fall.
I love fall, but I'm also like, it got here too quick.
Yeah.
We had such a good summer for weather-wise. Like, we really didn't have that much rain.
You got your wish. It was hot as balls.
No, my wish was dry as balls, which was good. Like, I think I mowed my lawn once from, like, the middle of June until
Some of that
August.
was neglect.
Maybe.
But that's because fishing was good.
Fishing was great. And I'm not the only one around here that can fucking operate a lawnmower.
This is true.
Fucking shoulders can't clean. They can push a fucking mower.
It's got self-propel.
Yeah.
And it's personal pace, so it goes with you.
Right. Crank it up. Chalk it up for the workout for the day. She actually brought up tying flies the other day.
Really?
Yeah. She's like, I might sit down and like try and figure it out. She's like, I'm like, oh, because when you're sitting at home and the girls are at school and you have nothing to do because what the fuck? I was like, I'm not going to go there. And then I was like thinking about it. I'm like, well, if I can get her to tie.
Yeah, you get her to tie like patterns that you need.
Figure out how to tie the guitar minnow. Perdigons. I don't want to take all your business away.
She could tie this, like, get her tying the striper flies. I like doing the small stuff, the trout stuff.
Yeah, you better fucking get going. You got fucking a week.
Yeah, I know. Got a chest freezer. Small one.
Yeah.
Picked one up. Or Mandy's grandmother's giving it to us. I'll pick it up this week. So that'll solidify me not getting a deer this year.
Probably. I thought about getting rid of my stand-up freezer, and then I was like, no.
If you do end up getting rid of it, I know somebody that wants one. So Mike wants one for his camp.
Oh.
But
I don't think I'm there. My other thought was, well, if I get rid of it and maybe put an ice maker in its place.
yeah.
If I buy a bigger fridge, I would. But our freezer and our fridge sucks right now.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn. Yeah, we did not go fishing last weekend.
Yeah, we went striper fishing last Thursday.
Did we?
Yeah. Did we?
No. We went to dinner.
Oh, yeah, we ended up going to dinner because of the weather.
Yeah.
Which ended up kind of being a bust anyways. Like, the weather, what they said was going to happen.
Did not happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it was shit when we would have been launching.
Yeah.
But, like,
It cleared right up.
It was like 2 minutes.
But we wouldn't have a nice dinner.
We had a nice dinner, and I hadn't fixed the trim switch on the boat yet. And then now, so...
Yeah, what's...
Circling back. Yeah, circling. We put a pin in that a long time ago. So I was standing there after fucking getting that stupid motor on that boat. And he was here, and I was like, is your car on? Because he drove his fucking gay Tesla. He's like, no. I was like, I was like, fuck, that's coming from my boat. I ran out to my boat, hopped up in it, shut the batteries off. And I was like, okay. Felt the trim motor. It was warm. I was like, God damn it. So I'm like, okay. Why is this doing it? So I pulled the cowling off, unplugged the trim switch I had just replaced, turned the battery back on. Sound still happens. I'm like, okay. If I use the buttons, it stops it intermittently and then it comes back on.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And then, but it would never move the motor. And I was like, is my switch bad in my fucking controls? So then I just like climbed underneath and unplugged it, turned the batteries back on, stopped. And I looked down in them and they're fucking corroded as fuck. I was like, oh, that's fucking cute. So I was like, all right, well, gotta replace that now. So I ordered, they're called bullet connectors.
Yeah.
So they're not spades. They look like bullets and they snap together. And these ones are waterproof and they're marine grade. And so I'd asked my old man to look for some in Hamilton because he was there. So he texted me, "Do you need anything at Hamilton?" And I said, "Yes." And I sent him a message. Never heard anything. Called him right after he texted me. Doesn't answer. And I'm like, God fucking damn it, George. Calls me back like an hour later. And I'm like, well, never mind. He's like, oh, no, I was just at Port Harbor here in Kittery. I was talking to those guys. I was like, you couldn't text me and say, I'm not to Hamilton yet? Like, I'll call you when I'm done here? No, nothing? Okay, thanks. So he goes in there, and they don't carry the Marine ones at Hamilton Marine. They just carry regular. I was like, well, I'm not putting regular ones on. I was like, well, wait a minute. I was like, well, I can have them today, so maybe I don't really care. And really, how much do I really care about, like, the waterproofness? It's underneath my console. Like, it shouldn't be that bad. And he's like, well, you have to buy a box of males and a box of females. I was like, of course. I was like, well, how many are in a box? He goes, 25. I said, how much is a box? He goes, $16. I was like, so you're telling me it's $32 and I need fucking 6 connectors out of that? I need 3 female and I need 3 male for $32. He's like, yeah. I was like, hold on one second. I went on Amazon. 320 piece marine grade heat shrunk bullet connectors with their own carrying case, everything, and 3 different wire sizes for $11. And I was like, okay, Hamilton, like,
love you, but
why do I have to do this? Like, why are you so expensive for shit when I can go to fucking Bezos.com and,
yeah,
like, I do want to support local. I love that shop. They are very good people. But when it comes to electrical stuff,
yeah,
can't do it. But that's all I have for tonight, I think.
me too. I gotta go to get my dip.
What do you think about this?
I mean, I kind of have a feeling I know what you think about it.
So, my first tip 1, you need to be on bottom.
Yep.
No shit, we're not fucking fishing a fucking floating crab? No?
No.
No, stripers aren't eating floating crabs? Or like mid-column crabs? I mean, there's a big population of mid-column crabs.
Yeah. We're gonna go before Garrett implodes.
Fucking Christ.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Just a tip out there. If you're going to fish a crab, you fish it in the sand on the bottom. Yeah.
Love you.
Fucking great tip.
We'll see you next week. Keep your crabs on the bottom.
Yeah, keep your crabs wet.
Oh.